The divine command theory is a philosophical and theological concept that predates Christianity, has been the subject of intense debate and scrutiny for centuries. This theory proposes that our ethical and moral questions, actions, and concepts are fundamentally dependent upon God, who is assumed to be the originator of all goodness and morality. According to the divine command theory, morality is wholly based upon God's commands. The degree to which we behave morally is inexorably linked to how faithfully we have followed God's commands in response to any given situation. This theory places God at the center of our moral compass, suggesting that our ethical decisions and actions are guided by divine commandments. The idea of divine command has been criticized and debated since the time of Socrates. Socrates posed a profound question that continues to resonate in philosophical discussions. Is the pious loved by the gods because it is pious, or is it pious because it is loved by the gods? This question challenges the core premise of the divine command theory, asking whether God commands an action because it is right, or if an action is right because God commands it. Immanuel Kant, a prominent philosopher of the 18th century, argued that it is in our own best interest to believe in God and therefore in the morality that comes from faith. Kant believed that the complexities of morality are too overwhelming for individuals to bear alone. He suggested that faith in God provides a moral framework that helps individuals navigate these complexities. However, the divine command theory presents a significant dilemma. If God commands us to hurt someone or inflict suffering, then according to the theory, doing so would be morally correct thing to do. This perspective makes morality seem arbitrary, similar to secular morality when it is reduced to unquestioningly obeying the dictates of an authority. Proponents of the divine command theory thus face the unsettling proposition that cruelty might be morally permissible, indeed necessary, if it is pleasing to God. Thomas Aquinas, a Dominican priest and theologian, offers a potential resolution to this dilemma. Aquinas argued that God created us in possession of a likeness of His own inner nature. By listening to our inner natures, we are able to seek the narrow path that helps subdue the immoral devil on our shoulder. This perspective suggests that our inherent nature, imbued with divine lightness, can guide us towards moral behavior. Proponents of divine command theory offer several arguments in its defense. One key argument is that human reason is limited. We are fallible beings, prone to error and bias. Without the guidance of God's infallible commands, it is impossible for us to consistently discern right from wrong. Another argument emphasizes the inherent order and structure of the universe. This order, it is argued, reflects God's divine plan and purpose. Moral principles are an intrinsic part of this divine order, and adhering to them allows us to live in harmony with God's will. Furthermore, proponents point to the psychological benefits of believing in divine command theory. By adhering to a set of divinely ordained moral principles, individuals find a sense of purpose and security. This can lead to a more stable and fulfilling life, both individually and collectively. Finally, some argue that divine command theory is essential for maintaining social order. Without a universally accepted moral framework, societies would descend into chaos and anarchy. By grounding morality in God's authority, we have a common ground for ethical decision-making and conflict resolution. The divine command theory presents a complex and thought-provoking perspective on morality and ethics. It challenges us to question the nature of right and wrong and the role of divine authority in determining the moral behavior. Whether one agrees with it or not, the divine command theory encourages deep reflection on our moral compass and the factors that influence it.